everyone, I'm back. Okay, after making the pie crust, I'm going to show you how to do a homemade pumpkin pie from scratch. Okay, it's really easy. This is my pumpkin puree that I took out of the freezer and unthawed. We're going to use 2 cups of that. Okay. Years ago, I started out making pumpkin pies using the canned Libby's and stuff, but I always say fresh is best. Okay, 2 cups of that. Now we're going to use a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, and this is just Carnation, the brand. All right. We're going to use 3/4 cup of white sugar. If you want your pie to be darker, you could always go with brown sugar, but I've always used white. And 2 eggs. Okay, we're going to mix all that up before we put in the spices. But I just wanted to show you, I just threw a pie in so you could see the outcome of what pumpkin pie from scratch looks like. Okay? All right, now we're going to whip this up. Now, if it looks like it's too loose, there's no way it's going to thicken up. It will. You just saw the outcome of that pumpkin pie. Okay, just blend it all in really nice. So it's all nice and mixed, incorporated. Really good. So I bet everybody's busy getting ready for Thanksgiving, huh? I figure with everything else, I'm not making as much this year. I'm just doing the one apple pie with these couple pumpkin pies. So if anybody else wants more pie, I got strawberry pie filling, apple pie filling, all kinds of things. They just have to whip up a crust when somebody feels like a pie. So, okay, that's all mixed in good. All right. Now, I use 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. I actually use a little bit more cinnamon because I love cinnamon. Okay, then we're going to use ginger, ground ginger. I'm going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of that. And I'm going to use, it's nutmeg, but this is the nutmeg I like to buy. It comes in the whole, and then you just take and just go like that, and it just comes out really, really good. Nice and fresh. See, I'm just going to do a little bit because I already got what I needed, okay? Or you can just get the regular ground nutmeg. But anyway, 1/2 teaspoon of the ground nutmeg. And then we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now, cloves are very strong, the ground cloves. So I'm only going to use about 1/8 teaspoon of that, okay? And that's the spices for making your pumpkin pie. Now, if you don't have all these individual spices, you can go ahead and use the pumpkin pie spice that's already all mixed together, has all the ingredients in it. You would use about 2 teaspoons per pie, okay? And if you don't know how, and you want to know, well, how do I make my homemade pumpkin pie spice? So you can just put it in a jar and then just take out a couple teaspoons as you need it. I'll tell you how to make the homemade pumpkin pie spice. It makes a tablespoon, which you would be able to make 2 pies out of it, 2 teaspoons each. Okay, you would use 2 teaspoons of the ground cinnamon, and then you would use a 1/2 teaspoon of the ground ginger and a 1/2 teaspoon of your ground nutmeg and an 1/8 teaspoon of cloves. And that's all it is to it to make your own spice mix, okay? All right, make sure this is really done good. You want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees because when you put your pie in, You're going to bake it for 15 minutes. And then you're going to lower the oven to 350 and bake it for another 40 to 50 minutes. Okay? And I've got my pie crust all ready. And you just dump it in. Okay, my oven's all preheated, so let me throw that in the oven. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. I got a little bit too full. I had to hurry up and wipe it up in my oven before it got really smoky in here. Okay, and like I said, this was the outcome. Nothing to it. And I think I'm just going to throw in a apple pie. I just used one of my canned apple pie, the quart jars. Just made a nice one. I usually make them like really big old country style looking, but hubby likes them pretty much smaller like this now. Okay, that's it. If I don't see you for Thanksgiving, I hope you all have a great one and get to visit with all your loved ones. You all take care. We'll see you soon. God bless. Happy Thanksgiving.